In this lesson, we're going to look at two other metacharacters that we can use in our regular expressions. The first one is \d, which we can use as a shortcut for the character case for digits 0 through 9 or 0-9. And the second metacharacter will be \b, which represents a word boundary, which we can use to look for matches either at the beginning of a word or at the end of a word. So first of all, let me show you the first set of data I'm going to be working with, which is just a set of social security numbers, one right and one wrong. So those are the two numbers right there. For review, let me write out the regular expression we would use to validate a social security number using the 0-9 character case. So we matched 123-45-6789, but did not match 12-34-567. So that, of course, is one way to validate a social security number. Another way would be to use \d instead of 0 through 9. Let me show you how that works. And we get the same result with a little bit less typing. I can't say whether the \d or the 0 through 9 is more efficient. It'd be really hard to judge that. But you are certainly welcome to use either one when you're trying to match digits in a string. Now, the next metacharacter I want to look at is \b for word boundaries. And to test the word boundary metacharacter, I'm going to create a new text file. So let me do that real quick. This is a set of possible variables, and I like to use that as an example. In my own programming, I do a lot of work with checking programming text. And one of the things I do is have programs that check other programs. And one thing I look for are legal versus illegal variable names. So most programming languages do not allow you to have a number in the first position of a variable name, although you can have a number or a digit in the second character on. So let's see how we can test that using the word boundary metacharacter. First thing let's do is let's look for a match at the beginning of a word. So to do that, we're going to use \b, which represents the beginning of a word boundary, followed by \d for digit in vars.text. And you see that it found one name and two try. And just to remind you of the other variables, there they are again. Now we might also want to look for a digit at the end of the word. So to do that, we'll write the regular expression like this. And it found try 2. So that's another metacharacter that can come in handy when you're trying to find a match at a particular place. And let me also mention that when you are using either one of these metacharacters, you have to use the -p switch with grep, which represents Perl extensions. Be sure to use the -p when you try to use these two particular metacharacters. So that wraps up this lesson on the \d and \b metacharacters. And now we're going to move on into the chapter where we look at some other lessons using particular programming languages.